What's up, guys? Tonight's topic is gonna be how to develop a mouthpiece, aka how to become charismatic, a person people simply like to talk to, like to hear their input, just a fun guy in general. And for that, you already know my answer. You need to have that experience, which means you just go out there and talk to people. The more, the better. Now, you can't just keep on talking to the same person because the issue with that is you become comfortable with them. And comfort means you don't have to try. You're not aware of the situation anymore. You're just on autopilot. So, what happens if you actually want to meet a girl, somebody you want to befriend, somebody maybe you want to pitch an idea to invest in you, start up a business? These are all talking to strangers. So naturally, if you don't know how to initiate conversation, get the flow going, then you're not going to get that sales pitch. You won't be able to close. You won't be able to convince people, get people to listen to you and follow you. See, status is one thing where, okay, sure, you got the degree, you got the accolades. But when they talk to you and you're that stuttering, mumbling mess, that shy, body language is all hunched over, closed off. You're like, yeah. I mean, let's be real. That kind of aura that you're radiating is just gonna turn people off, plain and simple. I've had a lot of training when I was a kid. I used to play piano, take lessons, and every so often I need to be on stage and perform. So the way I did it is, sure, I was super nervous when I got on stage, but the way my mindset shifted as soon as I stepped on stage, I see all those people looking at me with anticipation, expecting a great performance, expecting entertainment. So I quickly shifted my perspective as an audience member. And as an audience member looking at me, Irvin, all dressed up, decked out in a tuxedo, ready to give them the performance of a lifetime, I start to envision, ooh, yeah, this guy, he's gonna kill it. I could see. I'm excited to see this virtuoso kill the keys. So naturally, flipping back, why would I be nervous about it? Why would I be reserved, shy, withdrawn? Of course I won't. I'll be like, yeah, look, I ain't gonna let you guys down. This audience member, you paid good money to see me, and I'm gonna make it worth it. I'm gonna give you a show to remember. So once I thought that way, I was good to go. Sat down, start playing. The nervousness immediately dissipates. See, for me, when the stakes rise, I answer the call. And you too must harness that energy. And pivoting this to real life situations, I'm sure many of you think striking up a conversation with strangers is awkward, especially for the opposite sex. Many of you are scared to strike up a conversation with a woman, someone you're potentially interested in, that you find attractive. You might tell yourself, oh, no, I don't want to bug her. What if she gets pissed off? What if she gets creeped out? Well, ask yourself this. Why would she think that way? Why are you already jumping into the negative? What if you're awesome? What if you're a movie star or a renowned musician? You think going up to a woman like that, introducing yourself, they're gonna go, ew, get away from me, creep? Are they gonna be alarmed, going, nah, nah? Or worse yet, do you really think they're gonna start shutting you down, start screaming? Nah. And even if this happens, what are the odds? What are the chances of something bad like this happening? In this day and age, we are so focused on what we see on the internet, on the news. But you have to remember, the news, the internet, people only share this information, the stuff they encountered, when it's bad. Haven't you noticed? What is the ratio of you running into good news versus bad news? It's usually something tragic, someone dying, some mishap, some misfortune that has befallen somebody that gets portrayed to the world. It's rare that you hear something uplifting, something good. So your idea of how bad things are is very skewed. It is simply not the case when it comes to real life. When it comes to real life, people lead very pedestrian ones, very boring ones. They just either go to work or school, and what happens next? Just go back home. Maybe once in a while hang out with friends, but usually, most of the time, they don't really interact with anybody else aside from your cashier or sales rep. It's not very often that somebody random will come talk to you, and even if they do so, those are left for the creeps, the genuine creeps that do not have any social cues and boundaries. So if you're a normal looking person, well dressed, well kept, striking up a conversation, people will actually welcome it. Take for me, I've started speaking to people that I don't know on the streets, at work, while waiting for the elevators, just strike up a conversation, you know? And people have done so to me as well, saying, hey, I like your shoes, where'd you get them? Oh, yo, your shirt is awesome. I like your outfit. That color looks great on you. They say that to me, and I say that to them as well. When I see a security guard or receptionist, I see something I like. Ooh, those are great earrings. Where'd you get that? How was your weekend? And if you're friendly, you open up with a smile, a gentle smile, a warm gaze. Oh, trust me, people will open up immediately. They are dying to share their story with you, share their day. I've done that with many people at work. They just open up immediately, telling me what they got planned for the weekend, upcoming weekend, vacation days, what they did last week, what happened to their friend the day before. Oh, trust me, they can't wait to share. And you have to understand, we, as a human species, we're a gregarious species. We cannot lead lives as a loner, as a hermit. It's not how we're biologically wired. We are a community animal, community-driven species, basically. Being accepted in a group is how we survive. And being alone is certainly suboptimal and will eat away at us. You may argue and say, hey, I speak on Discord. I type on Reddit, on the internet, hammering away at them keys. But they're not the same because you're missing all the elements of the senses. Interacting face to face with people cannot be replicated, cannot be substituted. Being able to see, read their body language, the pupils dilating, are they engaged with you, locked into eye contact, locked into you, into yours, unwavering gaze? Are they licking their lips, biting their lips, signs of attraction? Are they actually listening to you? The way they respond with their replies, are they repeating those tidbits of information that you dropped? You know how happy people get when I bring back information that they've told me on my second or third encounter with them? I say, hey, so how's that cat? You got another one, right? And they go, oh, yeah, I did. She's doing great. Those two cats are awesome. Doing well. When you can recall information, you genuinely are curious about them. And you can recall tidbits of information, and when you can even remember their names. People love hearing their own names. So if you can even address them by their names, it builds that rapport, that closeness. They'll remember that feeling. See, it's not necessarily the information you're exchanging with people that causes people to like you. It's the emotions that you spark within them. When I get lunch at the cafeteria, I greet these cashiers with a smile, asking them, how was your weekend? How's everything going? The weather, nasty weather today. Oh, it's a beautiful day outside. And you know what one of them, or a couple of them even told me? It's always great seeing you. You just brighten up the mood. And they remember me. Because I conjure up nice, warm feelings for them. And that's the beginning. That's a start. When you're trying to eventually pursue a romantic interest, when you're trying to attract a woman, it all starts with making them feel comfortable. Being able to let down their guard around you. That's the first step, because if you really think about it, how can a woman be romantically interested in you when they are uncomfortable around you? That's the difference between a creep and oh yeah, he's hot. Oh yeah, I like him. He's fine. Two guys can say the exact same thing. But if one person says, let me give you an example. Yeah, I really like your shirt. It looks great on you. As opposed to, oh hey, yeah, I really like your shirt. It looks great on you. One person is gonna be, oh, I'm glad you noticed. Thank you. You have good taste. I know. Or for the first one, they're gonna be like, thanks, and walk away. It's all about how you present yourself. Certainly the appearance, the external, it helps too. That's why you gotta dress properly. That's why stereotypes exist. You have to look put together. Get a haircut, trim your beard if you have to, dress in form-fitting clothes, get in shape if you have to. Because we live in a world where people judge. And that is simply unavoidable. You will have judgment through your looks. It is simply how life is. So anyone that tells you, hey, don't judge me by my size, oh yeah, that's all BS. Presentation is everything. That's why when you show up to an interview, you have to be in a suit, in a dress. You have to put yourself dressed modestly. You're not rolling up in like a wife beater, shorts, sandals, flip-flops. You know, you're not going to be showing up to an interview in Crocs. You know you shouldn't do that. Just like if you're a police officer or you're a firefighter, there are uniforms for a reason. Because people can recognize that and know you're an authority figure. When you're dressed in a firefighter outfit, people know to get out of your way. When you're dressed in a police officer costume, people know to respect authority. When they ask you to do stuff, you're more inclined to comply. So I want you to really think about this stuff, because being able to communicate with people can be the difference maker between getting what you want in life and succeeding, or just settling to mediocrity and fading into the background. It's your life, your choice. And I'll speak to you guys next time. Peace.